Hi, friends. It's Calvin here, and it's Tuesday, July 22nd, and I am coming to you from the Henrietta Public Library here in Henrietta, New York. And I wanted to do something a little different for this newsletter. Instead of it just being a written newsletter, I wanted to come to you with a video, the first of what I want to be a series over the next couple of weeks as we approach Saturday, September 20th, which is going to be 540 exhibition that hopefully you know about and that you have saved the date. But this is a way to help me feel more comfortable on camera as a content creator, but also really have you see me, which I know a lot of you have not seen me over the last really year plus. So this will serve as a way for me to connect more deeply with all of you, for you to see and hear directly from me, also to really prepare and promote hopefully a full attendance on Saturday, September 20th from 6 to 9 at the Yards, which is our and creative space at the Rochester Public Market. So I'm just going to share another tab as I get started. I'm going to try not to make this too long. Actually, before I even get to that, I just want to do a personal check in and say, I hope you're doing well. I am doing very well in this moment. It's summer. I'm on my summer schedule. I have my summer brain, which means that I have more time for rest, which none of us could ever rest enough. We actually need to be resting more. I'm continuing to be charged and have intention around just my thoughts around rest and productivity and balance and all the things, especially being a polymath and someone who to be very creative, someone who's running a couple businesses, someone who's always reading and always thinking. It's really important for me, especially now that I have downtime and I'm not teaching during the day. I really think about just I think that there's just because we have so much to do, and for me being also living with autoimmune illness, fibromyalgia, celiac disease, just taking care of my being is another full time job that I can never escape from. And so, just personally, I've been really navigating, thinking about um, how I talk to myself and think about why do I think I need to have every moment of every day scheduled, or am I not working enough, or if I'm having a better day or a better hour, could I be creating content or planning or whatever? So always thinking about all of that. On a more positive and lighter note, I recently was able to spend some downtime, actually with one of my students from 2 years ago. Her family, they invited me to the Thousand Islands, so that was a wonderful, really unexpected treat. I've never been to the Thousand Islands, and so we did spent lots of time on their lake, their cottage house on the beach. Went to the castle there, and I'm completely fascinated with the castle and the Thousand Islands. We were on Wellesley Island. The consistent sunshine has been really helpful for me physically, so I'm very grateful for that. I've been able to spend some time with my family, eating. I'll just really show you really quickly. I'm finishing up the book, The Songs of Trees by David George Haskell, which is really wonderful. So I'm making my way through my summer reading list, of course, not as fast as I would want to be doing. So I'm hoping you all are, whenever you're watching this and wherever you're watching, you're doing something similar, just trying to find moments of meditation and joy despite all of the chaos that's happening in our world and really every moment. So that's my personal mental health check-in for the top of this week's conversation. See to save the date here. Next week and subsequent weeks, I'll definitely have more detail about what you can expect to see at the art exhibition and show, how you can be a part of it, even if you're not able to attend in person. So that's forthcoming. I can't share everything in this video, and I also don't want to make this too long. I'm trying to give myself no more than 15 minutes. So I'm just about at the 5 minute mark, so that you have a really clear understanding about the exhibition. So the title is the 540 Legacy Retrospective. I think I'm going to take away that working title piece because it's no longer working. I really do like this idea of legacy, and so really it is going to serve as the final event. The 540 West Main and myself, as the founder and creative director and CEO, will put on for 540 West Main. So it will be the last program that we offer to the community after 9 years. I started 540 in 2016 after a transitory time in my life, returning to Rochester in 2013 from Nashville and if you have my book Just Desserts or if you have my poetry book, I've told this story a lot. 540 was really created from my desire and my need to have a life and a career after developing some debilitating illnesses, chronic passion for entrepreneurship became the nonprofit 540 West Main, which its name is the original in-person location right at 540 West Main Street. And so this exhibition I'm co-curating with Kristina Kaiser, who is creative director of the Yards and also a friend. And we've worked with the Yards, 540 at the Yards, if you remember that from 2018. So this final chapter, last chapter of 540 West Main, is really all about celebration. It's all about joy. It's all about legacy and community and coming together. So our objectives are really to celebrate the community that shaped 540's work and serve as the capstone, our final event, the culminating event for our mission and advocacy over the last 9 years. I will have more detail about what my vision is for the 501c3 specifically in subsequent updates, but I don't want to belabor or weigh down this conversation with all of those details. But a very quick and dirty or surface explanation will be the goal by the end of 2025 will be to I've closed out a lot of our accounts. So closing out things like bank account and basically transferring or putting in an application with New York State and the federal government to change the nonprofit mission and status to the Gluten Free Chef Foundation in terms of the administrative piece of what will happen to the nonprofit. But before we even get to any of that, the focus between now and September 20th will be, I'll see lots of promotion and marketing and conversations on social media and in the newsletter. Just really giving you a more transparent look as to the planning of the exhibition. So Kristina Kaiser, as I've said, is the co-curator. So we've been working for the last few months on planning this out. Christina, the space, she curates a lot of exhibitions. So it's really like there's so much information to present, right? What do we present to the public at this exhibition? What will this look like? And so I just want to show you a visual of what this is, just a very 2D version here as to what Christina put this together as a visual of the exhibition. So these concentric circles really highlight this interrelated interconnectedness of 540, but that's also my life as the founder and the engine of the organization. And so it's really bringing this 2D to life on walls with panels, with interactive elements, with digital media. So there'll be video clips and snippets from the community. And if you've had any part of that, you might be in a picture, a visual, right? It's really important for me as I think about ending this chapter of my life as the creative, making sure that the legacy of 540 is preserved in a long legacy of anti-racism and social justice. And I'm just a player in a long legacy of Black entrepreneurs and activists like Frank Douglas, like Harriet Tubman. And because we live in a digital era, in an AI era now, it's really important for me to make sure that this history is not lost, either intentionally or implicitly. That this Black history is preserved, that these accomplishments are preserved. And so the website will be changing a little bit between now and then as well. There will be an official registration and event page for you to RSVP and to register. This show will be free and open to the public. Most of our events, or really all the work that 540 has done, but of course, we will have a way for you to donate to the exhibition. Those donations will really help me with getting materials printed, getting banners printed, getting panels printed, paying for a graphic designer to help us with some of the visual pieces. There are some digital assets that we need for like headphones, those types of things. Of course, the curation work of Christina Kaiser is not free. She is a local woman business, and so needs to be paid, right, for her time and for her work. And so donations will support that. Donations will support the interpreters that we will hire from KIS interpreting for the exhibition itself, which will, I think, run over 2 or 3 weekends starting September 20th. So the opening of it will happen on September 20th here. And so we'll be flyers and Facebook advertising and marketing and all of that. So hopefully that helps you to understand what your donations are going to. And beyond that, some of the administrative pieces, submitting a change in nonprofit, the bylaws, the scope, the mission, all of that has some fee associated with it. Closing out our bookkeeping, our bookkeeper Chris Harris, that costs some money. We have some software that we have, those types of things, so that you're understanding where your dollars are going. Because as you know, F40 has always been funded really mostly through individual small 5, 10, $20 donations over years. That will continue for this final exhibition. So it's really a positive. I've had 2 years of reflection and meditation about how I wanted to bring this final event to 540. To even say the word final has taken me lots of many sleepless nights and thoughts and conversations and therapy sessions, because this work is so close to me, and especially at this time it feels like 540 in the education that we provided and the speaking truth to power is needed now more than ever. But I'm just going to be doing it in a little bit of a different way. So I've launched my website, calvineaton.com. You can check that out. But the website of 540 West Main, even as the work ends and we end the actual formal entity, that will stay, right? So I will continue to pay for the domain. I own the name, the domain name, and all of that. You will have the opportunity to, for free, create a subscription to access. Really, what I'll be doing is curating and keeping online on the web at our domain access to some of our most key classes, video classes that we have, essay writing on the website for you to have access to behind a paywall, if you will. Of course, that will be in our gift economy structure. So you will be able to pay nothing, right? You'll be able to pay either yearly or annually to access this archival material, much like Netflix subscription or Hulu or whatever, right? Video content, audio content, podcasts that have been created just of understanding the history of Rochester, his gentrification in Rochester and beyond, like all of these things, intersectional feminism, right? All of these courses that you've all been a part of, that you presented at, right? Will live on, will we have access to. So that will start happening as well. I'm mostly focused, as far as 540 is concerned, on putting on this exhibition, but beyond after September, I'll be working on, fine tuning the website and all of that. So, or on all of that, this is just the first of what will be a regular video update from me to you. But I'm so excited to see many of you that I've not seen in years. If you've had any part of 540, whether it be through donations, through being an artist, when we were having monthly art exhibitions in our space, we want to hear from you. In the next newsletter, so not this week, but next week, there will be the official registration for the exhibition. There'll be a way for you to submit in writing or via video. What does 540 mean to you? How has it helped you? How has our work impacted you? However you want to share that, I want to hear from you. If you know of a graphic designer or anyone in the museum design space, that would be really helpful. I'm looking for someone to help with designing some of the panels that I need created for the exhibition. If you have any paraphernalia, pamphlets, a t-shirt, anything that you want to keep, take a picture of and send it to me. If you want to give it back for the exhibition, I would love that, right? I'm hoping to work with some partners to keep some of the actual artifacts of 540 West Main to live somewhere, and I'm not sure where that will land. But if you're with a library, whether the Rochester Library or one of our surrounding suburban libraries like Henrietta, please reach out to me, Calvin at 540westmain.org. But most importantly, I want you to try to be in person attending the opening reception on September 20th. If you're not able to be there in person, a donation towards the exhibition would be most helpful. But I am just beyond my 15 minutes at about 17 minutes, so I am going to stop here and look forward to next week's update. They won't be this long all the time. They may be, but I'm going to try to keep them around 15 minutes, no more than 20 for sure, each week. Thank you for all of your support over the years. My work is continuing with a new website, calvineaton.com. You can see that now. You can also continue to connect with me via the Gluten Free Chef brand, which I'm also scaling and growing as well. I'm working on a memoir to really talk more about all that I've learned as a nonprofit leader over the last decade. So that's happening as well. So a lot of the work that I've done through 540 West Main will continue. It will just continue through a bit of a different medium. This is not goodbye, but this is celebration of the final chapter. So thank you all for spending some time with me. Again, if you want to reach out just to say hi, to share something, to say something, to ask a question, please email me at calvin at 540westmain.org. If you have not put the date in your calendar, please do that. Saturday, September 20th, 2025, 6 to 9 p.m. at the Yards at the Rochester Public Market. But other than that, I am going to say ciao for now. And until next time, bye.